Hello guys, SirGrindalot here. I'm making this video to talk about the most important thing that happened in Genshin Impact history, very likely. No, I'm not talking about that fucking KFC glider that every content creator is making a clickbait video about. I'm not going to do that. We're talking about the new banner, which is relatively important, it always happens, and the new Abyss rotation. Now, let's start with the more light-hearted stuff, the new banners. Now, this is a leak from a Russian data miner, subject to change, all that sort of good stuff. But we're pretty close to the release date, and even the guys at guys and gals at the Wanshan Funeral Harbor consider it correct in this instance. And for a 4-star characters, Rosario Noel Bennett, that's a pretty nice banner if you ask me. I mean, Bennett is the best character in the game. Noel is very good. A lot of people want her Constellation 6. Rosario is very good. She can fit in many teams, so no problem. I think that's a fairly decent 4-star character selection. The stuff that slightly activates my almonds is the weapon banner, because we're getting Eula's signature weapon and Kazuha's sort of signature weapon. And the problem with this weapon banner, if it stays like this, is that I believe this may be one of the more character-specific banners in a very, very long time. Because the Song of Broken Pine is basically only good on Eula. The average 2 characters that can use Song of Broken Pines are Xinyan, who? and Razor, who is good, but you would not pull Song of Broken Pines for Razor. I know there are Razor mains who will be like, yeah, I'm going to refinement 5 Song of Broken Pines for my Razor, but that's not how it works for most people. So that's a good weapon only if you want Eula. And Freedom's Worn rerun with Albedo, like lore-wise, it should fit in perfectly, both Mondstadt, blah 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 blah. But it's awful on Albedo. It's currently only good on a handful of characters, like Keiya in certain compositions, Kazuha of course, main character in some team's composition. So in terms of how many characters can actually benefit from the 5-star weapons in this banner, this is very, very bad. They're 2 very good weapons, but only if you have the specific characters who can use them. Otherwise, the 5-star weapons are not very good in general. If you have both Kazuha and Eula and you don't have their signature weapon but you would like to have it, this banner is godlike for you. Otherwise, the utility of this banner is not good at all. This is an absolute easy skip. Also worth mentioning about Eula. Song of Broken Pines is her best weapon, but just a simple Wolf's Gravestone can be even better than a Song of Broken Pines when the passive from the Wolf's Gravestone activates. And a Refinement 5 Serpent Spine is up there. So apart from aesthetic reasons, it's not really a must-have. And there is also the big question mark about Freedom's Worn regarding Kazuha, which is Kazuha is a character from Inazuma. Freedom's Worn is a weapon from Mondstadt. What will happen when Kazuha gets a rerun? Will he get the child treatment and get a new sword that is better than Freedom's Worn for him? Or will it potentially be a one-headed sword that is better for him, but only when he's played as a main carry DPS, Constellation 6, ignoring Elemental Mastery or those sort of build? No clue, honestly. Regarding the 4 stars, there's a bit of hit and miss. Dragonbane, very good on some characters, especially like Hu Tao if you don't have Homa. Ellie Hunter is an okay weapon, especially for official. Not many other characters want it. Lion Roar, the Wine Catalyst, Sacrificial Greatsword, they have their uses. It's not the best 4-star weapon selection banner I've seen, but it's not awful. Looking at these two banners, which the character banners will be run at the same time, so it will be Albedo Rosaria Noel Bennett and Eula Rosaria Noel Bennett. If you just start against Team Impact, this character banner looks amazing. Especially Eula if you need a main DPS, or Albedo if you want a very, very good support. Weapon banner... I think for a new player or free to play, this weapon banner is like, don't even touch it. No, stay very, very far away from it. But with the selection of 4-star characters for many older players who would like constellations on those characters, or newer players, that's amazing. That's really, really amazing. Now, the other thing that we need to talk about is the Abyss. The lineup for the new Abyss has been leaked. Again, subject to change, blah blah blah, not a real leak, blah blah blah, mihoyo don't sue me. And, well, my first reaction was that I wanted to vomit. The second reaction was, okay, Sir Grindel, let's have a deeper look at this. Maybe we can come up with a solution. Maybe we can still clear the Abyss with the duo teams. But I quickly gave up that idea. I don't think it will be doable, at least for me, for my characters. I'm not an Omega whale. I don't think I can clear this nonsense with duo teams on both sides, but maybe I will give it a try for fun. Very, very difficult Abyss. The difficulty spike looks massive, absolutely massive. And the first floor looks reasonable, like, okay, the plague dogs here and there, no one cares about the plague dogs. Yeah, there will be level 95 with hit points, but okay. Second floor, the first half looks garbage, like, what, a GOV shop? Maybe two? That's a joke. And then triple Mango Kinky. Oh my god. Triple Mango Kinky, mihoyo. How did you come up with this? Who is the absolute troglodyte who designed this Abyss floor? This is madness. But you know what? We're doomed. We're doomed. This is going to be very difficult. Like, a new player is not doing it. No. If I was a new player, let's say I have some characters around 70, 80, I pulled for Hu Tao and I'm starting to equip her. I got lucky in whatever banner and I found the Shincho and I'm all excited. Yeah, you're stuck at 12-2. Like, if you don't have very good teams, I think you're not even getting past the triple Mango Kinky. In general, the thing that I find more interesting, although it's also a little bit troublesome, is that a lineup like the triple Mango Kinky really rewards you for having a lot of front load damage. Or someone like Eula as well. Her damage is not really front loaded, but she deals a ton of damage. So that helps. Characters like Ayaka, Raiden, especially if you are Constellation 2 or 3. But the annoying bit are the Rift Hounds. Because for the longest time, ever since her first banner, Hu Tao's team has been Hu Tao, Shinchu, Albedo, Zhongli. That was the ideal team for her. And the other option was Hu Tao, Shinchu, Animo character, and recently Toma. That team does not have any healing. You cannot handle this Abyss rotation without a healer. The Rift Town damage over time thingy is not super relevant, but you need a healer if you are going to go through 3 full floors. Unless you do something like you try to survive the first floor with as little hit points as you can, well, with as many as you can, even if they're low, and then you hope that on the second floor you get the healing, the 25% instant healing as a bonus, but that's not very reliable. So the issue is we're going to need a healer. That's one slot of a character that is not going to do any DPS. No, Kokomi doesn't count. Stop it. Kokomi doesn't count. So, what are you going to throw at Triple Mango Kinky level 98? That's a good question. I don't have a yak, unfortunately, because I lost the 50-50. Or that would be a chamber for which I would put Bennett, Ayaka, Raiden, maybe Eula, and just dump everything. Like burst after burst after burst. Bennett's burst should be enough to keep everyone alive. And you just order them in a decent fashion, and you hope that it will be enough. Or something with Mona can work fine as well. You just need to deal a ton of damage, try to keep them all grouped up. But it's going to be difficult, very, very difficult. Last floor looks like the current one, more or less, just trading some of the ruined stuff for the plague dogs. We shall see how hard it is. It's hard to tell without knowing the spawn locations, the spawn order, and all this sort of stuff. But at the moment, the one that worries me the most is the second half of the 12th floor. That looks like a night. If you're asking me which teams are going to clear these, apart from Uber Omega Whales, I think, assuming that you have a couple of characters that can deal a lot of damage, put something in the first half that can get you through doing a decent time, and then in the second half put all your heavy hitters. And don't forget that you need a healer, so Bennett is going to be very, very important. And I'm guessing a lot of people will have Bennett in the second half. Really, really a lot of people will have Bennett in the second half. I believe the first half will be more manageable, even with like not super optimized meta teams, because it's doggies, it's plague dogs, JOV shops, and then more or less the stuff we're facing now. So first half looks fine. Second half, not so fine. Not so fine, but we shall see. We shall see. You have been warned. If you don't have Bennett, the 2.3 patch may turn out to be a godsend for you. I mean, the character banner. On a side note, I will be pulling for Albedo, and the day that he releases, or the day after that, I will have a stream during which I pull for him and build him, and I start farming the new artifact domain. And I just realized one thing. It will be very, very difficult for me to fit Albedo in this Abyss rotation. Because the Hu-Tao composition with double Geo, Hu-Tao, Shinchu cannot be played without a healer. At least I don't think it's doable with so many plague dogs. And so, who do you keep out? Do I keep out Zhongli and swap in Noelle? It's a possibility, actually. If you remember the last floor 11, where we had corruption, Noelle could solo it. You don't need a lot of healing, but you need a little bit of healing to give you sustain. So, if I want to play Hu-Tao Shinchu and Chujio characters, there is a possibility, a small possibility, that Albedo Noelle will be better than Albedo Zhongli. Because you need some healing. You need a little bit of healing. And Noelle can give you some extra damage when Hu-Tao's elemental skill is off cooldown. You may have seen a lot of those videos on my channel where I use Noelle and Raiden, or Noelle and Hu-Tao, or any combination of two DPS carries who has some downtime. And when one of them is on her cooldown, I will use the other one. Basically double DPS, sub DPS, healer, shielder, whatever. It works fine. It has very, very high damage ceiling as a team composition in general terms. But will it be enough for Triple Kenki? We shall see. So that's all for today. Please stop making content about the KFC wings. I know it's clickbait. I know you need to make a living, but stop doing it. It's insane. Like yesterday, I opened my Google subscription fee, and all the videos that were showing up, I need to address the KFC glider issue. Oh my god, what did me... Oh, fuck, no one cares. No one literally, no one literally cares. Literally. I cannot believe we're talking about the KFC glider. We have triple mango kinky in the Abyss, not far from now, and people talk about the KFC glider and the Twitch subscription. I'm still a little bit salty. I'm not really salty, but more concerned than anything about the new Abyss lineup. But it will be a good challenge. It will be a good challenge. So plan your pools accordingly. Plan your pools accordingly. And checking out, guys. See you next time. Bye.